Hello, New York Giants fans. Ed Valentine of Big Blue View here with a quick sort of news and notes update on your New York Giants as we roll through the early stages of the 2025 offseason. I'm fascinated by the interest from other teams in a couple of the Giants' assistants, specifically offensive coordinator Mike Kafka and assistant general manager Brandon Brown. It's highly unusual, honestly, that assistant coaches and assistant general managers from losing teams are hotly sought after for GM openings in Brown's case and head coach openings in Mike Kafka's case. And yet both of those two seem to continually be on the interview circuit. The last three off seasons for Kafka, he's had 8 or 9 interviews for head coaching jobs. Due this week to get a second interview with the New Orleans Saints. That interview was originally scheduled for Tuesday, but has been pushed back to probably Friday or Saturday by the snowstorms that have hit Louisiana, somewhat surprisingly. I find it really interesting with Kafka because Brian Daboll has never really fully trusted Kafka with the Giants' offense. I think that Kafka can probably do more than Brian Daboll has allowed him to do in 2024. Of course, Daboll took the play calling away from Kafka. I think that Mike Kafka is at a point where he needs to probably get away from Brian Daboll to accelerate his career, whether that's taking a college head coaching job, whether that's getting one in the NFL. I don't know that the Giants would allow him to take another NFL offensive coordinator job with play calling responsibilities. But Daboll has never really allowed Kafka, full reign to run the offense exactly how he wanted to run it. I find it fascinating that he keeps getting interviews. Same with Brandon Brown. The Giants are a team that's gone 9-25 the last 2 seasons, and yet Brown has now had 2 interviews with the Las Vegas Raiders for their GM job, had 2 interviews with Carolina and with the Chargers last year. He's still considered an up-and-coming executive, even though people sort of snicker at Joe Schoen and some of the decisions the Giants have made. I just find it interesting that some of these underlings are still sought after despite the way things have gone for the Giants. All right, bye-bye, folks.